level of spirit and have these processes operate at the energetic, at the level of spirit, and not at the level of the mind. Make that choice so that you can shed the past the way the serpent sheds her skin, which is all at once. There are two ways that the rights can be transmitted. They can be transmitted from spirit to humans directly. But human-to-human transmission has only been possible with the first 8 rights. The 9th right was received in June of 2006 in the holy mountains of the Inca in Peru, mountains that rise to 22,000 feet altitude. They were received and brought forth by the Inca elders and brought forth to us. And for the first time, human-to-human gifting of these rights has been possible. The 9th right, the God rights, the spirit rights, have never been available in the planet before. They mark the crossing of a threshold in human evolution. They mark the completion of a cycle of prophecy. As you receive and you gift the rights, you will sense the presence of the lineage with you, of the luminous ones that work with us from the spirit world. As we near the year 2012 and the fulfillment of the prophecies of the Earth Keepers, the veils between the worlds are beginning to lift. The veils are thinning. The world of humans and the world of spirit is no longer separated by an impenetrable wall. The veils have begun to thin. The connections between the worlds are becoming more readily apparent. So much so that the luminous ones, the lineage that works with us, with all Earth Keepers, regardless of nation or tradition, that lineage is allowing itself to be seen, is making itself visible. Time and pace the Munay-ki to be of service to your protege. Find the rhythm that is going to be most appropriate for them. According to lore, the seeds that we receive can grow into great big ears of corn. But if we are in need of healing, some of us will absorb these seeds and they will nurture us, they will feed us, they will sustain us. In that case, we may need to have that particular right retransmitted to us. Those of you who have the patience and the courage to water and to tend to these seeds, you will grow them into great big ears of corn that will allow you to feed yourselves and to feed others as well. As an Earth Keeper, you have the stewardship of your protege. You're committed to accompanying them through the process. As a protege, you have the stewardship of your own alchemical and transformational process. We want to keep this process at the energetic. Remember that each of the rites is going to launch you into a transformational journey where unconscious, psychological, karmic, and spiritual material, events that occurred to you when you were 6, when you were in your mother's womb, events that happened to you 2,000 years ago in a former life, will arise, will emerge for healing and reconciliation. The task is to keep these at an energetic level. We do not want to engage them psychologically. We do not want to engage them physically. We want to keep it at the level of spirit. Turn it over to spirit, engage the forces of spirit, and bring it to the fire. Work with your coach, work with the Earth Keeper that is facilitating this process. And do not engage the drama. Remember that we are not our history. We are who we are becoming. The prophecies of 2012 are occurring today. Every single structure in society is changing. Medicine, economics, governments, relationships. We are re-examining everything that we have taken for granted in the past. The processes of the Munay-ki offer us hope, and they are an optimistic perspective on the time to come. They say that we are stepping into a millennium of gold, that we are the instruments of peace, that we are the agents of change. It has been my privilege and honor to have been part of the birthing of the Munay-ki, of the energetic processes of transformation into our world. Be part of the process. Become an agent of transformation. The first rite is the healer's rites. That launches the healing process at an energetic level, not at a psychological level, not at a physiological or physical level, but purely at an energetic, a deep undercurrent, a gentle, still, loving, deep undercurrent of healing that your protege embarks on. It awakens also their ability to heal, so that as they heal, they are also able to bring healing, to bring beauty to others. You bring the power to manifest from your belly onto your protege's hands. The power of love from your heart onto your protege's hands. And the power of vision and clarity from your forehead onto your protege's hands, to awaken the healing power of their hands, a power that they can use to heal themselves and others. The second rite, the bands of power, are an essential protection. Essential protection that is installed at the level of the luminous energy field. After this protection takes, and it requires 2 to 3 weeks to take, then your protege can begin to dismantle the other forms of protections that they may have unconsciously introduced into their lives. Their psychological protections, the body armoring, the things that keep us from experiencing life and that provide us with a false sense of safety. The bands of power provide us with a luminous protection that allow us to walk with safety, with grace in the world. The second rite consists of protections installed in your luminous energy field. These are known as the bands of power and consist of 5 luminous belts that are woven into the